What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Showtime is Blazing with King's Critiques, and we're back for Watanare, and small thing, this seems to be the actual end of the last episode, but I'm just going to do it at the beginning of this episode, because editing would be awkward as hell otherwise. That said, let's get on with the usual intro caveat bit of, please do not forget to hit the like button, subscribe, that's the end bit. Like the button, subscribe, comment down below about whatever you might think about the last episode, this episode, or wherever it might be. Or at the very least, let the video run through, limit the watch time, even if you're not going to stick around for conversation afterward, because it helps out immensely. That said, let's click the button and get to it. You're the one who didn't go! Okay, so is this like what happened before Kaho, or before, like after this, but like before the start of this part of the episodes? Because the time would be a little like weird for her to be whining about it now, especially considering she was about to confess to Mai, and then Mai distracted her with the invite to a date that she left, and we seem to think it was on purpose, and so is it from that moment. Okay, what did she say that is so surprising? Because, like, she said something about once her next gig is done, but you can't lip read an anime because the mouth transition is not as seamless. I'm going to assume it was either something pertaining to quitting her job or actually asking Renako to marry her or something to that effect. Okay, that was the actual transition from the end of that episode to this one. But I do wonder what she had said, because, like, it was a shock and then calling her an idiot, so it had to have been something like that. Like, I'll quit working with my mother and ask Renako to marry me, maybe something to that effect. Because that's really all I could think of that would have enticed that kind of reaction from Satsuki. Anyway, I'm gonna do the skipping, and yeah. That's why Kaho is bringing her along, because yeah, I figured that had something to do, by the way, with the whole summit thing, was the fact that they saw Renako and went, wow! And immediately had to invite Kaho to try and get Renako. True, you did say you do whatever you could do to help, so that's on you. Damn, she did actually ask Satsuki first. Again, you did it to yourself. Like, that is the reason they are the best kind of pair, though. Like, that is why Ren and Mai is, like, the top pair among the five of them. Because they're both useless lesbians. I mean, to be fair, you figured out how to fly once, unless you're saying you wouldn't save Ajisai if she fell. Little mean. Yeah, as I thought, it was probably just a bait and trap. You do not lie to her. Especially because even though she's kissed her like a billion times, she'll fucking be a shock and awe. Yep, little twinge in the eye. Listen, she didn't want to lie to you, but you're out right here lying to her. I mean, granted, the holding hands on the way home probably was true, but like, the kissing her part, that might be just a little bit of an omission of truth. An understandable thought process, but I don't think that was the path that could be on. Like, I don't think if Mai won the Ajisai would hate her. And I don't think if, Renako couldn't choose either of them, Renako would hate her. I don't think... I honestly think the only one that would hate her in general might be Satsuki just from time to time, but she's so in love with her that she just lets it slide. Like, one of those situations where she hates her, but she's in love with her anyway, so it's a mix of feelings. She just, as actually I think she's mentioned in her own arc, she just doesn't want to fucking deal with it. Ajisai does not want to make Mai sad. Mai does not want Renako to not be as happy as she can be. Like, It's kind of an obvious way to make it for the time being. That is not where I thought that was going, but it is a good start for what I was alluding to. But hey, that works because, while Kaho and Renako are, out doing the summit thing, they can go on their date. And then when they realize that they can, tolerate being around each other, maybe they'll make them both come up with, when they talk to Renako together, just, we actually talked and figured something out so you don't have to make a choice. Okay, to be fair, punching her in the face is kind of payback for that headbutt. Just think of it like that. Why do I want to take a wild assumption that Ajisai and Mai's date might take them here? Unlikely, because neither of their personalities seem to be into checking out something like this. But also, that is anime cliche to a T. Listen, she was very weird that morning after listening to those hypnosis things, so I don't blame her for considering how they could affect her. Oh no. Someone that she is a rival with. Self-imposed, I imagine. What do you mean by a lot happen? I'm not suggesting anything weird, considering the obvious, but also, what could happen between, I would assume, two middle schoolers, because she said they did a group cosplay once. I imagine that was before she was in high school. Yeah, really wonder what could have happened between them, because they were both probably still in middle school at the time. But that is also factual regardless of age. Probably, well, maybe. But also she's probably giving you the stare for reasons. Wait! Oh, okay. Yeah, I was about to say. No, okay, it's that one. It's her sister's friend. Which also, by the way, the fact that those two exude a very similar way to Maya and Satsuki is crazy. Especially the darker haired one. Like, you'd think that could be Satsuki's little sister or something. Outrageous mercenary. What is that supposed to mean? I mean, I know what it means, but crazy to put it that way. Hold on. Who did she drag as her partner? Because there's a 100% chance it's somebody we know. So, is it the one that, looks like could be Satsuki's sister? Was it Satsuki? Was it Renako's sister? Guess we'll see. Hey, look. Positive reinforcement for Renako. Yep, the look in her eyes back there. She is in mental trouble. Yeah. I mean, you have the it factor, that much is being displayed right in front of us, but personality wise, every little bit of that I can do this attitude is crumbling slowly. Frozen. About to make her introductions. Frozen. I have no idea what I said. Okay, to be fair, being hot and shy is a good combination, though, even for a cosplayer. It might not be the character, but it'll at least be approved of by a lot of the people, so. What do you mean back to us? Oh, koala, right. I, okay, that was actually a really good time for me to pause that, by the way. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yep, I was right the first time. Well, guess that would be why she turned Kaho down. Also, I haven't played Peak. Is that an actual character? Did they actually use a real reference for something? You guys have had 4 months to fix your issues there. Yeah, right? Again, I phrased this last episode. Top 10 anime betrayals. That is probably not a good mindset to have, but don't question it. I mean, probably. Meanwhile, Zalsky just ran off with the blonde chick, like, very speedy, apparently. Oh. Oh, okay, so her facade broke. I feel like you can make the time for something as important as a contact, honestly. You know, if she lets this defeat her, though, there's a double-ended way of things that this will go. Like, she's gonna feel really shitty, both for herself and for dragging Renako into it. And then Satsuki might be a hard ass, but she might feel really shitty for doing that to them. Like, even if she feels a bit of pride for making Renako look stupid, making Kaho look stupid, she'll feel terrible about, I would hope. Hey, yo, like I bitch at Renako, like, you're still, cute enough to where that's not true. Just saying. Like, I ain't gonna glaze you, but I will say Kaho's character is still incredibly cute, even if at the lower end of all five of them. 6 according to the manga. So, what I hope occurs in this moment is Renako not only standing up before her, but doing it in just a way she returns the headbutt for the other episode. Just kind of stand up and just BAM! Right into her head. See, there's a difference, though, of, like, actually having all the skills required and clinging on to hope. A relatable statement. Not true for her, but a very relatable statement. Yes! I was hoping she would return the headbutt from the other episode. Like, I was hoping she would do it in the way I said, though, where she just kind of jet rocketed upward into her head, but works just as well to grab onto her shoulders to keep her in place for it. I wonder if she just, like, tugged herself into another mindset completely to try and talk some shit into Kaho. Just realizing, like, fuck, is this what I sound like? Look who's talking! This cunt, right? Like, does she really just ignoring the obvious? Like, hopefully after she says that, she kind of thinks, wait, fuck, I do that. Hopefully Sasuke doesn't come upon that, because it looks like she's hitting on her. Yeah, okay, at least she does realize it a little bit. I don't know about one of those things. I understand what they're doing here, but, like, maybe this will make them both think for a minute, like, oh, wait, shit, fuck, you're right. Also, that's a little American of a reference for you, Kaho. I think this is good enough potential I'm getting as a thumbnail image this episode. But, like, to actually have people that cared about you this much, 'tis but a nice thought. Hey, this time I'll actually fast forward to see if there's any post-credit stuff. Oh, was I right? Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be awkward to see all 3 of their friends there. Like, don't know how much they know about, Kaho or Satsuki doing it, but to see Renako there? Well, it's about to be more interesting. Alright. Well, that is also the final episode for what we got. Not the one we just watched, but the next one coming up. So I suppose that does make sense on being the end of the Kaho arc, working with all 5 of them meeting together, and, well, maybe we'll at least get the one thing happening by the end of the episode. But for now, before I get into the next one, let me know your thoughts about this one and the kind of stuff that you might have learned from it, the kind of stuff you might have enjoyed from it. Because, like, honestly, there's a lesson or two that can be learned from Kaho. And if you're, like, in the age range where you can actually still make use of it, that's great. As much as I said I wouldn't mind taking these things. Why, though? Taking these things into, the outside world and maybe trying to have a better personality about stuff, because in my own home, can't relate with a different personnel. You know, I know how I am and I know what I am, so it's like. Yeah, I kind of teared up though during that whole conversation because I do wish I could portray a different personality more frequently. And like I said, maybe I'll try and use these things to do some bit more out there, but we shall see. But you can let me know your thoughts on the episode, the Kaho arc thus far leading up to the final portion, and all that stuff about the show, the characters, the interactions, and whatnot. As well as, of course, your opinions about anything else I should check out this season, next season, or in general. Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the gaming channel in the description, ring both bells like Facebook, follow Twitter, and Blue Sky. Keep updated with things TikTok, Patreon, when the one actually starts working and the other one for the full, mostly unedited portions of things. Go follow on Twitch, subscribe for benefits, can just Twitch Prime for free. Until next time, Ben the Blazer King with King's Critiques. Now, ta for now. Peace.